If constipation has been part of your life for years and laxatives, fiber, and doing all the right things hasn't solved it, this video is for you. And when I say get rid of, I don't mean forces or quick fixes. I mean addressing why the constipation is there in the first place. Hey, I'm Erin Harner, Integrative Registered Dietitian Nutritionist and Gut Health IBS and SIBO coach. And today we're talking about chronic constipation. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through the three biggest reasons constipation becomes long-standing for so many people and what will actually help long-term without laxatives. And if you want help understanding your own patterns and best next steps, you can take my gut clarity quiz. It's linked below. So I want to start right off the bat with the truth. Most chronic constipation is not from a lack of fiber. It's from a lack of rhythm. And to understand this, we need to really understand what constipation actually means. First, let's define it, what I mean by chronic constipation. I'm not talking about being a little backed up once in a while, or when you go on a trip, you get backed up. Chronic constipation is when this has been happening for months or even years. It might come and go, but it never fully resolves. Chronic constipation is also often paired with things like bloating, discomfort, pain, heaviness after meals, and that feeling that you're never quite fully empty when you go to the bathroom. So here's the reason constipation becomes chronic for many people. Most approaches focus on forcing output instead of restoring gut rhythm. So people end up relying on constant interventions, things like laxatives, magnesium, enemas, glycerin suppositories, endless supplements, just to get things moving as often as they can. But the real issue is actually upstream. Constipation becomes chronic when motility slows down and the system loses coordination from top to bottom. The goal isn't actually pushing harder. The goal is rebuilding the cues and the rhythm that the gut actually responds to. It's not just forcing the colon and the rectum to do the work they're supposed to do. We have to start at the top. So there's a few common mistakes I see with chronic constipation that keep people completely stuck, and it drives me crazy. The first is force. People think that I just need to do something stronger. I just need to do more. I just need to push harder. The forcing works short term and often backfires long term with things like straining, pushing, and hemorrhoids. Mistake number two is endless fiber. Adding more fibrous foods, adding more fiber supplements, hoping that the fiber is going to do the trick when the body's already backed up. Fiber can help, but if motility is already slow, piling on more fiber can sometimes worsen the bloating and the pressure and the pain, and give those bugs in your gut more fodder to ferment and create more bloating and gas and pain. So fiber is not the place I start with people who have chronic constipation. And mistake number three that I see all the time is quick fixes without consistency. If we're constantly piling on more supplements, more laxatives, more teas, more senna, more you name it, there's so many things that we can do to help get things moving. It becomes this cycle of trying something for a week, stopping it, trying something else for a day, and nothing ever gets enough time or structure to work long term. I call this the gut health trap. It keeps people stuck because we keep trying something new, hoping it's going to work. It works for a little while and then it stops working. So we have to get out of the gut health trap and figure out what actually is going to help us and our bodies. What actually works is a calmer, rhythm-based approach. Motility improves with boring, consistent cues. I know it's not sexy, but it totally works. Things like regular meal timing, gentle morning movement, hydration, and adequately fueling your body. Nervous system downshifting so we get out of fight or flight and into rest and digest mode, gradually supporting tolerance instead of forcing extremes, bringing the body and the gut-brain axis and the digestive system back into rhythm is the key to solving constipation long-term. And this is because the gut responds best to consistency, not intensity. This is not a place where working harder and doing more is going to help more. It's not. We need to back up. We need to slow down and we need to restore rhythm to the system so the body can work on its own again and get things moving and get things out all by itself. This is why habit-based change works so much better than aggressive protocols long-term. This approach that I call the gut rhythm reset is especially helpful for women who are done guessing and checking, who don't want extreme elimination diets, who want sustainable digestion, not just temporary relief and taking things over and over again. They are ready for a clear plan, and they want support, and they want accountability. The truth is, you don't need to overhaul your life. You don't need to do all the things. You just need to do the right things in the right order so the body can work in the correct sequence the way it's supposed to. Chronic constipation doesn't resolve when you push harder. It improves when you restore rhythm, coordination, and safety in the gut. If you want help understanding what's driving your symptoms and what direction makes sense for you, take the Gut Clarity Quiz. The link's below. And if this was helpful for you, subscribe for more gut health guidance that doesn't rely on force or extremes. Thanks for being here, friend. I'll see you in the next video.